So first of all, maybe anybody of you, mainly in ACCA, wants to give 2 exams. There is no problem in giving 2 exams in any level, maybe skill level, professional level, any level. Just that the efforts we need to put it double. If suppose for one subject, we need to study approximately 170 to 180 hours. 80 to 90 hours class, 80 to 90 hours self-study. So it's around 180. So if we go for 2 subjects, it becomes 360 hours. So there is no problem that a student cannot give 2 exams, but they need to understand that they need to study double. Suppose if you are doing self-study, not taking any classes from anywhere, then also. Because if you are taking classes, the tutor will explain you the concepts. The tutor will be solving the papers, questions and everything. And then you need to study on your own also. So if you are not taking classes, then the same story. You need to first of all study the topic, understand the concepts, then the revision and everything. So it's the same thing. There is no difference that if somebody is doing self-study, then the time will be less or more. Maybe slightly some time in case of self-study, somewhere we are not getting the concepts, we need to do some more research, maybe, but more or less the timing is same. So those who are working, because normally every student is working professional in our batch, it will be difficult to manage so much time, because if we say around 90 days we have. So in 90 days, if we study 2 hours in a day, then it is coming 180 hours. So if we want to give 2 exams, then it is 4 hours in a day. The regular study 4 hours. Now, which subject, which paper if we want to give 2 exams in ACCA? SBR, AFM. Totally unrelated paper, no correlation. SBR is more and more accounting standard, IFRS, and AFM is relating to finance. But SBL and APM are related paper. SBL may be more case study type. APM is so many things which are common in APM and SBL. So I will advise Pratik ji and Vaisali, if you both are interested in giving 2 exams, then in that case, along with AFM, you should be tackling APM, because it is very much related. And there is one another reason also that APM, I will teach live class from June to September, whereas SBR we will have the live class from March to June session. So there are 2 reasons for this. One is there is no live classes for SBR, and if we want to give 2 exams, then those topics, those subjects are related also. Because even though somebody gave exam in September 2022 for APM, couldn't clear, or maybe they studied APM, but I advised everybody that in December 2022, they should be giving APM and SBL both, because they need to study very less. If they will tackle both the subjects, those who have done, only one student has done, then in that case it's guaranteed that the student will pass SBL exam. Maybe APM will be a tension, but since syllabus is very much correlated, so going for APM and SBL side by side or together is better. So since you both have done SBL, and most probably you both will pass the exam, 95% as per my understanding. 5% bad luck, good luck, that is not in our control. So you both will pass SBL exam. It's recently studied. So many concepts are already there in mind. So going for APM will be very simple. I can see that if you go for APM exam, actually you need to study in place of 180 hours, 140 hours only. Why I am reducing 40 hours? Reason is only one. When you will be doing the recording classes of APM, and suppose I am discussing strategies, external analysis, internal analysis, Porter 5 forces, value chain, this, that. You will find that so many things you have already studied in SBL. So those things you can skip, or maybe you can speed the recording, or maybe you can just refer the notes. So there are so many classes which you don't need to do very detailed because your concepts are already ready. So you will save your time, and maybe along with the job and other commitments that can be possible. But giving with AFM SBR exam will be difficult. Giving with AFM SBL exam or any other exam, those who have not studied SBL APM properly will be difficult because huge time consumption. I am not discouraging that we should not be giving 2 exams. First of all, the time. You should have that much time for study. And second, if somebody has given SBL exam or APM exam, then the other subject they should target SBL or APM if they have studied the one portion. Because SBL, APM are very related subjects. The third thing, if you think that you cannot give that much time, because the problem will not be now. When you start studying 2 subjects, for coming 1 month, 1.5 months, you will not feel pressure. But when you fill up the exam form in January end, because that is the last date to fill up then at that time the problem arises whether I should fill up both the exam subject form or not. And the major problem arises when the exam comes. Suppose the exam is first week of March. Then from 15th of February till the date of exam, there is a huge pressure. Because whether we should study this subject, that, I am not getting time, this, that arises. Which happens in Indian course also. Why that in Indian CA or CWA, students are failing. It is not that the students are not studying. But managing more subjects together creates problem. So, if we want to give 2 subjects, maybe APM also since we have given SBL, or maybe giving SBL since we have given APM, maybe anyone, because it will be less time consuming. You need to make a routine that from today, how you are going to complete the syllabus, at what time you will study, what will be your time preparation, what will be your time management, because otherwise time is not going to stop. And in between there is Happy New Year, Christmas, whatever other things are also there. Even though if it's the 1st January or 31st December, we have to study. Maybe less. Normally I am studying 2 hours. Maybe on that day I will study half an hour. Not a single day should be going without regular study, Because if you don't study, the tension, the problem in the brain comes. That whether I will be able to pass, how I will manage, all these things will arise. And believe me, maybe anybody will say that, sir, my job is very hectic. I don't think so. In this difficult world, wherever we are working, the employer are leaving us that you can do this, that, nothing. It's hectic for everybody. Maybe you are not at a very senior level. Maybe you are working at medium level or senior level. The work pressure will be very high. Always, not in this time. So in that case, if we think along those lines, ki work pressure will be very high, then we cannot give even 1 subject exam also. We need to bring in our routine that every day, if I am working for 12 hours for my own business, for my employer, and 1 or 2 hours going to office, coming back and all that, that means 13 to 14 hours gone. I don't think so. Normally, the working engagement in your business or wherever you are working as an employee, at any level, the engagement including everything will be greater than 14 hours. Now you will say that, sir, one day I worked in the office for 15 hours. That's exception. I am normally saying ki 14 hours we are giving in the office. 6 to 7 hours sleeping time. 1 hour, 1.5 hour family time. Maybe married or unmarried. But then still you are getting every day around 1.5 hour for study purpose. And at the same time, when you have holiday in a week, 1 day or 1.5 day, whatever you're off, then on that day you need to study more. Because then on that day when the office is not there, you are getting that 14 hour free. So in place of studying 1.5 hour, study on that day 3-4 hours and balance time give to your family. If that type of routine we don't maintain, then the time will never stop. Time will pass like anything. We are starting today the subject. You will find that in 15-20 days only, till the end of the year, till the end of the month, so many things we will complete in the class. And then we are not on our toes, when we are not on our rhythm. How can we think that in January we will fill the exam form and we will give the exam in March? Impossible. Because then you start calling me 28th January, 25th January, सर मेरा पढ़ाई ठीक से नहीं हुआ है, ये हुआ, वो सब आप वो स्थिति ले आए हैं, आप खुद अपने लिए ला रहे हैं. And whenever you study, I always say, you should be getting affected by others very less. The study time, the phone should be switched off. Because we are on the internet, I am also, you are there, that we cannot avoid. But then when we are studying, the mobile or any internet or anything should not be disturbing us. So that 1 hour will become 10 hours of study. Effective study. So I always say that I study in the morning. Getting up at 4:30, 5 o'clock, that's my routine. So nobody is disturbing me. Even you also message me, you cannot message at 4:30. Not that you cannot, but you are also sleeping. So there is, even though if the mobile phone is on, but there is no message, no WhatsApp, no trin, nothing. And there is no pressure from the family also. They are also sleeping. So I can concentrate on my study. Because once the class will be over, if something I have studied in 1 hour, after the class I cannot study that even in 5 hours. Even though I am the same person, same study resources. So when you study, the effective study you need to count. When I am saying in a day 1 hour, 1.5 hour study, that I am talking effective study. Nobody should be disturbing you. That time you need to find out. Whether in the evening, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock in the night, or in the morning, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. That's your call. Or maybe any time whenever you are free, depending upon your commitments for jobs and everything. Because it's very simple to say today, sir, I will give 2 exams, sir, I will do this, that. But I am teaching for years. Not only ACCA, CIMA or anything, but since 30 years. A student comes for CA classes. सर इस बार मैं अच्छे से पढ़ूंगा, सर पिछली बार गड़बड़ हो गया था, फिर गायब. In the initial first or second class or third class, students are there, but they go on going. That is not now. It's not online. It's the physical classes also. We will be able to achieve our dreams. We will be able to achieve our targets when we are committed every day. Long-term targets, strategic goals can be achieved when we are committed every day. So my advice, not giving 2 exams if you don't have time. If you know that this is my commitment, I will not have greater than 1.5 hour, 2 hours in a day, then automatically you are not available for giving 2 exams. If you can manage double study, then think of 2 papers. Which paper? If you have given APM or SBL any one exam, then the correlated subject. If you have already completed APM, SBL, both the subjects, then in that case you are left with AFM and SBR only. That's the other thing. Then in that case you can concentrate on SBR, at least give a try if you have time. Or otherwise give 1 by 1 exam, because that is also is going to complete very fast. If a student is completing 1 subject in 1 quarter, he is completing in 1 year. And there are endless experience or examples where a student don't able to complete 1 subject even in 1 year. वो सोचते हैं 2 देंगे 3 देंगे. Normally, if there is any person who is CA finalist or maybe CA chartered accountant, फोन करते ही बोलते हैं कि सर 1 क्वार्टर में 1 नहीं 2-3 दे लेंगे. और फिर सबसे ज्यादा गड़बड़ी उन्हीं की होती है कि वो 1 क्वार्टर में 1 या 2 देने वाले थे और पूरा साल भर में 1 भी नहीं हुआ. बिकॉज वो ये बात समझते नहीं है कि टाइम तो देना पड़ेगा ना. जो क्वेश्चंस है, प्रैक्टिस है, एक्सेल में, वर्ड में, और फिर वो ये भी बोलते हैं कि सर मेरा तो आदत नहीं है. इवन दो दे आर वर्किंग इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑन कंप्यूटर, बट फिर वो भी चालू हो जाता है. तो मैं ऐसा किसी को डिमोटिवेट नहीं कर रहा, लेकिन आपको फैक्ट को फैक्ट पकड़ के चलना पड़ेगा. जो फैक्ट्स है उसके बेसिस पे ही आप आगे बढ़ सकते हैं. आप एग्जाम्स क्लियर नहीं कर सकते अगर आप प्रॉपर एफर्ट्स पुट नहीं करते हो। इसी के साथ साथ मैं ये भी बोलूंगा, जो भी ऑप्शनल पेपर है, एएफएम, एपीएम, एडवांस ऑडिटिंग एंड एश्योरेंस, एडवांस टैक्सेशन, चारों गड़बड़ है। जो कंपलसरी पेपर है एसबीआर, एसबीएल, वो ठीक है, उसमें पास परसेंटेज इज अराउंड 50-55%, but in all the optional paper the pass percentage is around average 35 to 40%. So optional papers are difficult to crack in ACCA curriculum. They are the most difficult to crack. उनको एक बार में पास करना इजी नहीं है। जब तक आप पूरा का पूरा 100% नहीं दोगे, ऑप्शनल पेपर होएगा नहीं। तो ये भी जो हम लोग पढ़ने वाले हैं, एएफएम ऑप्शनल पेपर है। ग्रेट concept and clarity is required, then only you can pass AFM subjects. It is interesting, not like APM theory वगैरह उतना ज्यादा है, या SBL में theory है, interesting subjects है, मजा आएगा, लेकिन इतनी सारी चीजें हैं कि वो नॉर्मली, आई एम नॉट क्वेश्चनिंग एनीबडी, कि वो हम लोग अगर सीए किए भी हैं, हमें वो आता नहीं है, हम वो नहीं पढ़े हैं वो सब। बिकॉज अदरवाइज फॉर अ चार्टेड अकाउंटेंट्स, व्हाई दिस पेपर इज नॉट एग्जाम्ड? So it's interesting subject as compared to APM and SBL, but it's a difficult subject than APM and SBL. उन दोनों से ये difficult subject है, not giving you tension, because समझ में आएगा, मजा आएगा, लेकिन आप proper efforts practice नहीं करोगे, एग्जाम के टाइम पे फीलिंग नहीं आएगी। फीलिंग लाने के लिए आपको रेगुलर स्टडी करना होएगा। तो इसीलिए मेरा एडवाइस है, जब टाइम है तब सोचिए, अपना रूटीन बनाइए, और कौन सा सब्जेक्ट आपको एग्जाम देना है, देने के लिए आप कोई भी दे सकते हैं, लेकिन एपीएम एसबीएल रिलेटेड है, उनके ऊपर फोकस करने से ज्यादा बेटर रहेगा, एज कंपेयर टू थिंकिंग अबाउट दो सब्जेक्ट्स विच आर टोटली नॉट रिलेटेड। दिस इज वन थिंग। द